What's up guys, this is Marcus1000 here. I'm going to do a very quick video on a video game idea. Now this game is a FPS shooter, and if it exists, go and put a title in the description or a link. Alright, so this is a FPS shooter. Now you're probably wondering, there's so many FPS shooters out there that they're just copy and copy. But this is a survival FPS shooter, and it actually puts you in a massive map. There's 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, or 4v4 game modes. And if you're playing 1v1, it's going to put this huge map, and it's so massive. The map is so big that it'll take about 3 to 4 minutes to find your opponent. And you're probably wondering, why would you? Sorry about that. Why would you wander around for 4 minutes straight just trying to find your opponent? Well, what this does, it really creates tension and build up, and it really keeps you on the edge of your seat in this game. So when you really do find your opponent, it's like your adrenaline rush kicks in. You're so focused, you're stressed out, you're so like just really focused on your playing when you find your opponent. It's like, sorry about that. Okay, so and then when you finally find your opponent, like I said, you try to shoot them. Now, you have 4 bars of health, and then you have 3 bullets. You have 1 gun. There's only 1 gun in the game. You have 3 bullets in the gun, and you have 3 bars of health, or 4 bars. Sorry, 4 bars. So if you shoot him in the head, it will take out one shot. You're dead. Yes, it is 1 shot, 1 kill. And then if you shoot him in the chest, it'll take out 3 bars. If you shoot him into the chest and to the waist, it'll take out 2 bars. If you shoot him to the waist, to the and down to the feet, it'll take out 1 bar. Now this is actually very cool, because the reason why it's 1 shot, 1 hit kill is because it's like a real life game. You know, you're trying to, it's like Hunger Games, but but FPS, and there's only 1 person in the entire map. So when you really do find that, like I said, when you really do find your opponent, your adrenaline rush kicks in, and it just gets really I should say, really high build up. And then now the other thing is that there's perks. What I mean by perks is that there's a perk where it has 1 extra bullet, and then you get extra ammo perk. It'll give you 1 extra bullet, but it decreases your mobility by 25%. And there's dash and sprint in this game. Your dash lets you dash 50% more than your sprint for about 5 seconds. Your sprint lasts about 10 seconds, and it's not as fast as it's 50% less fast, or 50% slower than your dash. Sorry about that. And then there's also a speed perk, where it makes you faster. Going on with that speed perk, this is so much stopping, but going on about the speed perk, that if you select the speed perk, it will give you 2 bullets instead of 3, and it will increase your entire mobility by 25%. Now these trade-offs are huge. It's actually a win-or-loss scenario in this game. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but you can only pick up to 1 perk in the game. And then there's also beacons in the map, where it takes about 15 seconds to assemble them. So if you get shot within those 15 seconds, I guess you're out of luck. So you have to plan accordingly and make sure your opponent doesn't pop up at during those 15 seconds. And then once you get the beacon, it'll set out a 50-foot radius like a radar. Like if he's in, if so let's say you're here and here's the 50-foot radius. If he's here, it will like do a sweep, like go around in circles and show you and tell you if he's there. But it only gets 50 feet on your mini map or wherever you are. It'll follow you. So going on, there's also a huge amount of character customization, and you can pick up, but it doesn't change your character. It only changes the aesthetic. Wrapping this up is the online. So this is more of a tournament-heavy German game because people because when the crowd goes wild, when you finally find your opponent and then the crowd goes wild, and it's just really high tension, and I think really hardcore gamers really like this game. So quick wrap up: 1v1. You have 4 bars of health. There's only one time in the game. You have 3 bullets. Oh yeah, I forgot to explain. When you're out of bullets, and if both opponents miss all 3 shots and they don't hit you, then you whip out a knife. Now this knife fight will be completely fair. It won't feel like the game is against you. It will feel like your skill is against you, or the player is just better. It does not feel like the game is it's not the game's fault. It's your fault. So you have to stab your opponent 2 times, and if you were successful, the next time you respawn, then you'll get an extra bullet. But your opponent will have you only have to knife him once in that game. So there's only two rounds. So you only get speed. There's only 2 rounds. It's a 2-round game. So best out of 2. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click the subscribe button. Alright guys, later.